Hello, Key Biscayne. It is Monday, February 4th, 2019. This is No One's Listening Show, episode 141. And today on the show, we're going to talk about a fire on Harbor Drive. Or we might talk about these things. Who knows where we'll go. Medical marijuana has caused a big brouhaha on the Key. Danny's idea for the yard type thing at the entrance block. There's a little update on that.
Ooh.
The mugging on the Key that happened 2 weeks ago. We got a little update for that. There was a shark attack and some shaving cream and break-ins and there's some other things. I don't know. Anyway, I'm your host, Rafa, and I'm here with the excellent panel. Everybody's a little subdued today, but I'm sure we'll get lively in a second.
We're good.
To my left is Anna.
Hello.
To her left is Lenny.
Hey.
To her left is Manny.
Lenny, thanks for hosting us today. Hey, is that Manchango?
That's Manchango. And Olive.
Is that an inside joke?
No, I don't know what that means.
Manchango? I like it.
Manchego? How do you say it? Just,
Manchango.
I like Manchango.
I like Manchango.
Sounds-
I'll have some Manchango and salamgi.
All right. You guys have a fun weekend? Do you guys do anything? You guys want to talk about anything in particular?
Go ahead, Lenny. What'd you do at the yacht club?
Well, my weekend was very action-packed. I feel like I slept at the yacht club and was there all weekend since Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. No, I did a lot of stuff. The yacht club had a wing-off Saturday afternoon, which is the first annual, and it was really successful. There were 6 teams. We had a band, Lou Dogs, which, you know...
Lose Dogs.
Is it called Lose Dogs?
Yeah.
You played at the wing off? That's
It
cool.
was awesome. And it was a beautiful day, and it was a lot of young teams. It was great.
So who won?
I knew you were going to ask me that. The name of the team was, and it's my sister Alex's boyfriend's team. I should know the name of the team. They won.
Who were
I don't
the
know the name of the team.
Andres' team?
Yeah, Andres' team. Andreas' team,
Yeah.
right.
That blonde guy?
Yeah.
Heinrich.
Yes.
Henrik, yeah. Cool.
Yes. So their team won.
That blonde guy.
And I can't remember the name of the team. If anyone's listening, which no one is, let me know the name of the team.
Chucky Duncan's listening. Chucky, were you at the yacht club on Saturday?
Swing off. I had never heard of it until our friend Juanpi posted it in our chat. Like, oh, I'll be at the wing off, guys. See you there. Is it new?
It's brand new. It's our first time doing it. The Commodore now, which is Scott Sharp, he's like, he loves to barbecue and do things. So he made this up and he did a great job. There was 6 teams for the first time, which was a big deal.
And on this coming Saturday, there's a souffle off.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
No, there's not.
There's not?
No.
Man, I've been working on my recipe.
That's too
Souffle recipe.
That's too complicated for people. They would all come out like deflated. Like
A souffle? I think you need an oven and stuff. That is definitely complicated. Yeah. Anyways, so we'll look out for next year. They're probably going to have it again. So
I had a great weekend, chock full weekend. I will, but I'll highlight the cleanup that we did on Saturday. On Saturday, a group reached out to me. They're called Wish You Would Miami. Wish, letter U, would, as in WOOD.
Uh-huh.
And they make, sustainable stuff like, water bottles and
cool.
wooden forks and that kind of stuff. Super cool. And they asked if I'd help them organize a cleanup, fill a bag. So I said, sure, no problem. How can I help? They're like, well, can you find a place? And do you have bags? And, all this kind of stuff. I was like, no problem. So I found a place, historic Virginia Key Beach Park. I called my friend over there. We have a fill-a-bag station there. And he's like, yeah, no problem. He set us up he gave us a pavilion up there by where the Grassroots Music Fest is.
Right.
Put that on the topics too, Rafa.
Yep.
And he's like, you can have that whole stretch of the beach. There's breakwaters there. It goes up around to Virginia Key out towards Fisher Island. I was like, this is a beautiful stretch of beach, right?
Right.
So on Thursday, this is on Saturday. So on Thursday, I'm like, you know what? I better go check it out, right? I better just go scout it out and see what it's like.
See what
so
you're
Nancy
going
and I
into.
took the dogs up there, and excuse me, we got there. It was kind of rainy on Thursday, but we walked out on the beach about 4:35, and we walked about a mile on the beach. And you know what we found? Nothing.
Oh my gosh.
It was fucking clean.
Wow.
Hey,
There was no trash.
that's good.
That's good news.
The love burn had just happened there the weekend before.
And there was no trash.
And the love burn, all there was a big, there was like 2 giant bags and a bunch of marine debris all piled up.
Yeah.
The love burners had not only cleaned up their own stuff, but they swept the entire beach. I couldn't even fill half a bucket.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, yeah, that's great, but
how about
I've got 50 people coming to a cleanup. They're going to show up and we're like going to play corn toss or something?
Did you just take your garbage from your house and scatter
Well,
it
I
around?
thought about that. I thought about how can I go
Scatter
and
it
litter
around
some
the
garbage around. I'm like, I'm going to go get some garbage cans and put them in a pickup truck and just go
Just scatter
like
it
an
around.
Easter egg hunt, you know? So I was like, okay, I scrambled, right? What am I going to do? So I started thinking, I thought maybe wet lab, we can do something there. I knew somebody who's a scientist there that we can, under the bridge there, on
Right.
both sides of the bridge, it's super trashy.
Yeah, it is.
But that was going to take some time and getting in on a day that they're closed on Saturday and, special pass. But then I thought, what about Crandon Marina? Like back behind
Oh, that I'm
where
sure
the
that all the
dive shop
mangroves.
is there, those mangroves, when you're coming over the
No,
bridge, you look
that's-
to the right, and then on the left where people do their sandbar raft ups.
Yeah.
It's got to be super trashy there
For
because no
sure.
one goes to that beach, right?
You should say trashy.
So I went over there and I checked it out. Sure enough, the place is a freaking disaster.
Oh, sure.
Right? And I went under the bridge and I went to the little Bear Cut, beach there, the cruising beach, and there's
Right.
a fence and there's a hole in the fence. I'm like, this is great. We're gonna be able to get through there. Commando cleanup. The only problem was is that we didn't have a permit teed up to do it. They're a little bit tricky about it. So I called my friend who has a place there, and whatever, one thing and another, he let us use his spot, the dive shop,
Right.
and we set it up for there. 53 people showed up
Wow.
to this cleanup.
That's great.
70 minutes, 700 pounds.
Wow.
Weighed.
Wow.
700 pounds.
That's
of marine
amazing,
debris.
Manny.
awesome.
At one point, we had a big crew on the other side of the bridge that snuck through the fence, and we found, a big barrel that we ended up filling with trash, a find it, fill it.
Right.
And we had so much trash that we couldn't get it back under the bridge. So one of the guys went and got his pickup truck, pulled up on the bridge, threw
Whoa.
a cone out on the street that we also found in the mangroves,
God.
an orange cone. I went up about 20 yards, flagging people to slow down, watch out, and about 10 people loaded a pickup truck with all
Wow.
the trash. Yeah, so it was unbelievable.
That's amazing, Manny. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah,
700 pounds, man.
Incredible. It was,
Now you got to
was-
run a marathon with that on your back.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
kidding.
Well, I did invite our hero. I was like, dude, listen,
Yeah.
if you can come, it'd be
you go?
great. We're not planning. I mean, we don't have any celebrities lined up. This would be, you would be, like the trash king. I
Right.
mean, get trashed with Andrew Ottazo. That's, there's a headline there.
I like it.
Right.
Right.
Did he go? No.
he didn't go. He didn't go. And I don't. He's busy. Yeah. But we cleaned up his area. He loves those mangroves, so we did it in his honor.
Good.
And for the incredible thing that he did. And and then Saturday night we went out to Blackbird. I'll tell you about that in my music selection.
Oh,
I forgot to say something.
I was.
We had cardboard races at the yacht club too, and that was a lot of fun. The kids, they build
That's
their.
what I thought you were gonna say.
And I
You
forgot
had
about it.
things,
Yeah, and then, which was great. It's just been so. And then we had a Super Bowl party. It's just been a lot of stuff. I can't remember everything. But the cardboard races are awesome. It's epic. The kids love it. There was one sinker this year.
Oh, what happens when you sink?
No, Jackie, my cousin, is the paddleboard. She's a
I saw her out
lifeguard.
there. Yeah, I saw her in one of the pictures. The boats looked
Yeah.
incredible.
Oh my
some
gosh,
of
there was
them.
one that was a like Beatles yellow submarine.
Yeah, it was like a kid inside of it.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, and they dressed up like the Beatles. It was
No,
great. Yeah,
that's really cute.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
That's really cute.
I still don't understand how do these things float.
Right? I still don't get it either.
They use duct tape and cardboard.
It's an
That's it.
incredible,
It's like just
incredible
displacement.
waste of stuff.
I know, which is
it's
bad.
ridiculous.
Also,
It's
doesn't it, like,
Goes against Manny's
so
world.
ungreen.
And also, doesn't it teach the kids like they could do that and then like they're going to do it on their own and that's not a good thing and that's dangerous?
No, come on, Anna.
Let's go
what-
paddleboard. Let's go paddle to Elliott
Yeah.
Key.
Some of them,
Yeah, why not?
some of them, they were so good that they're keeping them for next year and
They don't get
reusing them.
ruined, like after a 10
No,
years?
well,
I like that reuse.
they're going to reuse it for next year and then juice it up and make it, design it or change their theme or whatever because there's all different categories. So, yep. The sinkers didn't make it. Those are not going to be reused. Those were put in the recycling bin, which goes to the trash,
Well, I assume
apparently.
they use like old boxes to do this, right? They're not buying new boxes.
No, it's all brand new cardboard and duct tape that they have.
Yeah.
Everybody
Really?
gets. Yeah.
Man, all
Yeah.
those Amazon boxes.
I know. Maybe next year we'll we'll do that or something. I don't know.
I still don't get how it floats, but whatever. Should we try to make one?
It's displacement, so if there's air in the thing, it doesn't.
They come up with some pretty
No
ingenious
water
stuff.
gets in, no air gets out.
I
You
don't
float.
know. I'm gonna try to make one.
The kids love it. The parents love it too. It's a fun thing.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Let's see. On Friday, I went to Andy and Vic's place, and I just had a nice night drinking some wine and hanging out. On Saturday, I laid low. Then I went out to Wynwood, which I won't even bother.
Why?
I had a good time because I went with my buddy Wampy and his friends, but Wynwood is messy, man. I don't know. It's not my
Where'd you
thing.
go in Wynwood? Where was
I
it?
agree, Rafa. I've lost the.
The Wynwood.
It's lost its charm.
Yeah, it's lost its charm.
It did a long time ago, but it's like it was just bad. And then we went to this place that was like the Fifi, like club.
Why didn't you come to Blackboard Ordinary?
And it was like
That would have been fun.
$10 cover for Marco Benevento.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that.
I probably should have gone there instead, and I made a bad move.
Did you
basically.
know about it?
Yeah, I did.
And you didn't go instead?
Well, I had forgotten about it, but then I kind of remembered. But then I was like, I don't know.
You would have loved it. You would have loved it. It was
Yeah.
a 3-piece band. It was unbelievable.
It looked amazing.
Videos.
Yeah, me too.
Fun.
And then went to the beach on Sunday, which was awesome.
That was the best part of the weekend.
So pretty.
So nice.
So nice. Oh,
Perfect temperature of the water, a little cold, but refreshing.
clear.
Good calm,
Nobody
yeah.
out there because
Clean
the water's
beach.
We did a paddle
No
down the
trash.
lighthouse.
Clean beach.
No E. coli. No, I'm just kidding.
I
No.
found a bag and filled it over there by the lighthouse, and we saw. I mean, it was beautiful. The paddle. We went on a paddle. It was,
I should have gone with you guys on the paddle. I
Me
saw it.
too.
and it was late. There was a
know.
10:30 paddle.
I know.
It's.
I forget why I didn't go, but I regretted after. I even told Ralph, I'm like, I should have gone with me.
I couldn't go, but the manatee picture, Manny, that picture, so
Incredible.
pretty. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that too. Manny, you did everything I wanted to do this weekend. What a bummer. Yeah. Next weekend I'm free, so we'll do it again.
What about the souffle off?
No, you'll be the only one there souffling.
I had whatever, like very light weekend because I've been having heavy ones. But I went to the beach with Rafa yesterday. It was so good. It was so nice to be back on the beach. It made me feel like we're kicking off the season. February 2nd, February 3rd. February 2nd, on Saturday, I went for a bike ride. It was so nice out. Went for a bike ride to Bear Cut, and it was beautiful. The water was beautiful.
When, Saturday?
Yeah.
This weekend was really a
So
really
gorgeous.
top-notch
we were
weekend.
out there.
You were paddling on
No,
Saturday while I was biking?
no, we were
No.
picking up trash over there.
Really?
At Bear Cut,
I
yeah.
went through the bushy thing, the bushy area path, and went to Bear Cut.
Ah.
I didn't see you. It was like at 2 p.m.
No,
2:30.
no. I thought you said it was at noon.
I just remembered it was at 2:30
Oh, no,
because
we
I
were
had
gone by
a
that
birthday
time.
party to go to
Yeah.
at 2.
I was napping
I was
at 2.
Oh. It was just nice. But my favorite part of the weekend was definitely the beach. Oh, and on Friday night, I went to the Ritz to...
Fancy.
it was the happy hour at the
Oh,
bar.
okay. Oh, dollar
I went to
oysters
that
or whatever?
at a-
The Prosecco.
What?
Prosecco
What?
special.
I think they have
That's
Thursday.
Thursdays.
Any of this. It was Friday night. I went. It was the
Lightkeepers
Cafe, whatever, at the bar, and I was like, oh god, it's so touristy. And I went walking, which was nice. I went walking there, and I went walking to Kazumi to have a Wagyu burger because I love it, the Wagyu slider. But I was sitting there. I'm like, this is so touristy. It feels like I'm on vacation. But then I saw what's his name? I told you yesterday. Christian Balbo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just funny because it's like, of course, that's the one local I feel like that I see him at bars, I guess. But it was just a funny. He didn't see me. I don't even know if he knows who I am, but he's a character. So
He likes going to ladies' night.
There's a ladies' night?
Tries to get the ladies' deal.
there was a DJ and it was intense, but there was a good little price on like bar food and
Yeah.
drinks. So
I think
glass of wine.
Thursdays is ladies' night, and I think it's dollar oysters or something like that, and dollar
You go
prosecco.
for dollar oysters.
Yeah.
Rough.
What?
Yep.
Florida oysters are like good oysters.
Like good oysters.
We
Yep.
should figure that
Yeah.
out and go. I'm down.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
So what?
Okay.
Yeah. So it was
Well-
nice. It felt very Key Biscayne weekend.
Yeah. Well, I can't really say the same, but yeah.
You should have left the key. You should have stayed here.
You went to Wynwood.
Yeah,
And to the Grove.
So speaking of what are you listening to? Just a segue here on the weekend. On Saturday night, we went to Marco Benevanto, and that's what I've been listening to. I can't really even tell you the name of a song, but I just fired it up on Spotify and was listening to his radio. And man, this guy is amazing. It's a 3-piece band. He's like a showman, he's all glitter jacket. His bassist is a woman who is just doesn't stop, grooving all the time. And
Women bassists are always cool.
and the guy and the drummer is just keeping time. And
And he plays piano or what?
plays piano,
Yeah, right?
piano and keyboard. A $10 cover. There
That's
was a guy
amazing.
there that was, filming. You see these people at shows and they take out their phone or their camera and they film like every song.
Right.
And at one point I turned to the guy and I'm like, dude, what do you do with all that? I mean, what do you? He's like, I put it on YouTube. I get
Oh,
like,
it's the guy.
It's the guy.
It's the guy. We talked about this guy, remember?
yeah, did we? No,
This
I don't-
guy, to me, is a legend. He goes to shows maybe every night.
Is he a big muscle
Wow.
guy?
Oh, no.
No.
This
that's
guy's
not
a big muscle guy, and he
The
and he's
muscle
like,
guy sucks too because the other guy goes to the corner and doesn't bother anybody.
Yeah,
he
he stays
hides,
far away.
basically.
His name's
Yeah.
Mike.
Wow.
So he says he gets 5,000 views or something on it, and then he says to me, he goes, dude, this guy could have charged $50.
100%. I saw your video.
Cover. I mean, this could because he has a following, and there was how many people do you think fit in Blackbird Ordinary in the concert
know.
area?
In the
Probably like 300-400.
300.
Yeah, maybe.
It was packed.
Wow.
It was packed.
He played the fundraiser for North Beach Band Shell for the Rhythm Foundation or something like that
Oh,
a couple
really?
months back. Remember?
You've seen him then?
I didn't. It was like
Oh, yeah, he
160
was-
bucks,
right.
Or
It was-
something. It was super expensive, but it was also a fundraiser, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your
And it
video
was the last
amazing.
show of his tour. Also, it was
Oh, no
11 city tour.
That's cool.
So at $10.
That's amazing.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
it
Your
was
videos
incredible.
looked awesome. I would have.
So check out Marco Benevanto, and if he ever comes to town, you should definitely see him. But hit him up on Spotify.
Where's
Very
he
cool.
from?
I'm not sure where he's from. He might be from New Orleans.
Oh my gosh.
It
Well,
had
I'm going to
that
see if
kind
he's
of
at
vibe.
Jazz Fest.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yes. I would love to see him.
I'm gonna find out where he's from.
All right,
What are you
well,
listening to, Anna?
Well, I'm listening to the new Sharon Van Etten album, and the song. There are two songs I really like on there, but because we're only allowed to recommend one, I'm going to recommend Jupiter 4. It's just a cool song, and the whole album's good. I guess it got released in January, and I missed it.
Tell us
So
about
I
the
started-
music.
Oh, how do I describe it? Kind of folky, kind of cool. And she hasn't released an album in a while, I think. And this one's also folky and cool. I read about it, and I didn't even realize she had something coming out. It's not someone you really hear
tabs
about.
on,
Yeah,
right?
Sharon Van Etten. But I think she's pretty great. I mean, I really like her music. So yeah, Jupiter 4 is the song. And the album, I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
The album, because I'm obsessed, is called Remind Me Tomorrow.
Neat.
Yeah. Sharon Van Etten, maybe.
I'm going to have to listen to it because I have no idea who that
you're
is.
going to like it. It's really
Okay, good. I have no clue who it is. So my music's old school.
Yeah.
Really old school. Ella Fitzgerald.
Ooh.
So just in the car, I've been just listening to her driving and just mellow music and quiet. Yeah. And you know what? Any of her songs, quite frankly, are awesome. So pick it. Whichever one you want, Rafa. Summertime, I like that one. Whatever you want. But that's go listen to some Ella Fitzgerald, people. It's good music.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Alvaro comments that it's actually Marco Benevante, or
What were we saying?
Benevento, sorry.
Benevento.
What were we
And
saying?
he's from upstate New York.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
Yeah, he's from actually from Livingston, New Jersey. Alvaro.
Alvaro.
I knew he wasn't from New Orleans, but I didn't say anything. But I was like, I would know that. So annoying.
Should have gone. Alvaro actually told me about the show, and
I went with
and I
Alvaro.
blew it.
Yeah, we Alvaro
you were
and
searching
Yeah.
for something
Yeah.
to do that night.
At that
you should
moment, I
have
had forgotten, and then later I remembered, but then I
Mistake.
joined
Jesse
the other plan.
Tamayo was there. You know Jesse?
No.
Super cool, big
Yeah.
music fan. Some other, we had probably like 5 or 6 other people there that we were.
Dope.
Sounds fun.
So let me ask you guys something.
What?
What is the best Radiohead album? I'll tell you, it's the Bends.
Oh, I was going to say In Rainbows, but whatever.
Actually,
In Rainbows is always, yeah. We could
They're all
argue that.
good. I'm just joking. So the Bens.
And Rainbows are the best. Sorry.
You're hilarious.
I've been listening to the Bens again. I don't know
Nice.
why. Like on my way home from
Depre.
the nights. And I think I've recommended this song before, but I don't care. It's called Just. It's like halfway through the album. I really like the Bens. I definitely have recommended it because I'm about to explain what I know I've explained before. I like the Bens because it's right before OK Computer. And they still sound grungy, but they're starting to go into that experimental thing, but they're not
I've talked about this.
but they're not all the way there yet. You know? So it's like it's still like rock, like grungy rock, but with these elements that are like about to be what Radiohead turns into after without going all the way there. So it's like anyway, Just is the song. It rocks. And,
Radiohead's great. I love Radiohead.
And in case you forget, just tune in about 6 weeks. Rafa will pick it again.
Yes, and he'll say. I remember saying this.
It was years ago. I know it was. It was years ago.
It was definitely a long time
Yeah,
ago.
it was years ago. But anyway, that's what I'm listening to. You should check it out. All right, let's move on to what's going on in this town. And in the town's over, too, because I got a little thing to mention right here. Good friend of the show. Hasn't been here in a while, but we miss him dearly. Our friend Gannon Yaley, Key Rat extraordinaire, Yacht Club member number 5.
Yes.
He just got engaged over the weekend to his girlfriend, Sam.
Congratulations.
So big congrats to them. Aww. And you know what it got me thinking? They got engaged on a camping trip, right? So Gannon takes her camping out to Pavilion Key or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know if he was joking or not, but it was like a plan that other people were going to go also. And I'm not sure if he told them all to like bail and then he could just go with her, or if they actually just bailed, which is probably more.
That's funny.
Yeah. But anyway, it got me thinking about your guys' engagements, and I wonder if you guys did like a thing, like a
Party.
go to Disney World and do it in front of
no.
a thing or
Disney
something.
World.
I'm just
Hang
kidding,
on,
that's
I got
super cheesy, but like
breaking
a thing
news.
Like
Breaking news. Griff just texted. He's Gannon. He's already planning the bachelor party for Vero Beach.
that. We talked about that.
No,
So-
what was it called? Was it Myrtle Beach? Where'd you guys go
We're
there?
going to Yeehaw Junction, okay?
Oh, you are okay. All right. Scratch that, Griff.
You're going to Snooze Fest, Naples.
Where was it that you guys went?
That it closes at
Fort
11.
Myers.
Fort Myers.
Yeah,
Fort
wow,
Myers,
that sounds like a
Fort
great time.
Myers, yeah. Sorry. Okay.
You're not allowed to plan that anymore, Rafa. You're done.
Not allowed.
They made the same joke yesterday, so it's pretty funny. Anyway, I want to hear. Did you guys have like?
We want to know your engagement stories.
Did you guys have like a thing, or did you just like? Hey,
I was-
babe, we're getting married.
I was really young. I was graduating from SCAD, and we were at my graduation dinner with my family, and Tom Weber was sweating his ass off, and he looked like he was about to throw up. And I said, "What's wrong with you?" And he's like, "Nothing. Can you come outside with me?" And I thought he was like sick, so we walk outside, and in a beautiful park in one of the squares in Savannah, Georgia, he sat me down on a bench and he got down on one knee and he asked me to marry him.
Oh,
and then I come in crying and everyone's like, "Everything okay?" So it was, but that's how it went. I think he wanted to do it in front of everybody, but he was a little nervous. So he took me outside and he did it privately, and then we went
That's
back
sweet.
in.
I like that. Didn't you celebrate
Had he
it with
already?
your
Had
family?
he asked your parents already?
No, he didn't. And I don't even know if he was living in Vermont at the time, so he came from Vermont to my graduation and he bought it in Vermont in that little street in Burlington, that like shopping street, at a jewelry store before the ring, right before he jumped on the airplane. So I think it was very spontaneous. So I hope he thinks we did the right thing. We'll see.
Good for
Actually,
you.
our anniversary is coming up on the 22nd.
What's the
22 years.
That's awesome.
2/22/22.
22.
Oh
Wow.
yay!
There he is.
Tom's speaking through the window.
Hi, you're so cute
Wait,
with the
Tom's
story.
sweating and he looks like he's going to throw up.
Oh man,
That's awesome.
yeah, that was it.
Nice. That's a good one.
Yep.
I don't remember mine. What else we got, Rafa?
Who doesn't want to talk about those times? I'm sure it was lovely.
It'll be. I'll remember the next one. That's for sure.
Well, a big congrats to Gannon and Sam, and we'll see you guys at Yeehaw Junction for the bachelor party.
Bachelor party has to
I
be
can see the
awesome.
T-shirts already.
I can't wait.
So there was a fire this week or last week at Harbor Drive at a house.
Oh, no.
The 200 block of Harbor Drive.
Yes.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
This was in the Islander, and I'm only going to basically repeat what was in the Islander. There was a fire. To me, I know that fires are horrible. Like, not just horrible, they are...
No,
Scary.
fires are... I think that in the Islander said there was a fire and it was horrible.
Oh, what? It was horrible.
Isn't that what it said?
Was there a Spanglish article?
It goes parentheses horrible, right?
Yeah. And there were like 30 camiones trucks
Oh, my
that
gosh.
showed up.
Wow. That's,
Wait, what's
that's
going
good writing.
on here? I haven't read the Highlander in a while. Is this a thing? No.
Oh, you've never heard us talk about
Yes,
this thing?
I have.
Yeah, it's a thing in the Islander.
What?
Yeah.
Anyway,
How
come on.
am I-
Forget it, Anna.
Let me
Listen to
finish
the
the
show.
story.
Listen to the show.
Continue the show. Yes.
200 Galen block. I mean, Galen. Harbor block.
Right.
Fire breaks out in the house because
Scary.
they had rented out the house to somebody beforehand. When they got back in, they had a fireplace.
Oh.
This is okay. Look, like I was prefacing this. Fires are traumatic, and I know that nobody got hurt, but they're traumatic because it burns all your stuff.
Right.
It just made me laugh. It got to 60 degrees outside, so they decided to light the fire in the fireplace. Okay,
Oh,
60
wow.
degrees, gotta light that fire. And the previous neighbors had pretty much closed off the chimney or the egg.
Oh, the flue.
Owners?
No, not neighbors. Sorry, the previous
Tenants.
Tenants.
had closed it off.
The
so when they
flue,
lit it,
oh.
the smoke started consuming the house.
Yeah, it stays in the house. It has nowhere to go.
Exactly. So it got like this huge smoky mess.
Oh, no.
Guy tries to use a hose to put it out. Doesn't work.
Oh,
he
my
opens
gosh.
the thing so the smoke can get
Where's
out.
the fire
but now more
extinguisher?
oxygen comes in, and
Oh, no.
the fire grows. Big mess. Didn't burn down the whole house, but it did some damage. Where's the fire extinguisher? I don't know. If you have a fireplace, you probably want.
Was it a new house?
No, even if you don't have a fireplace, you need a fire extinguisher in your house.
I don't have
Really?
one.
I don't have one.
Neither do I.
But
Anyway,
apartments are different. I don't know. That's a weird thing to say.
maybe I should get one.
I think aren't there in the hallways? There are fire
Oh, there is.
extinguishers
There's
in
one right
buildings?
outside our
But
door.
if you live in a house, you need a fire extinguisher
Oh, that's good.
in your garage.
Probably do.
So was it a brand new construction home or was it an older home? What do we know?
No, we don't. But it can't be that old because they had a fireplace, and you're not going to have a really old house with a fireplace.
That's true. And also, you got to clean those things. And there's old and dust and like any. There was also fires with like when you turn on your heater, people's heaters start catch on fire.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
it was 60 degrees and they put a fire on.
What's bad is that it was the renters, because then you own the home and you're like, you guys burned down my house.
It was the thing is, it was suspiciously close to the Oasis. So
Oh,
we
It
don't
is
really,
200 blocks.
we don't really know what's going on there
Yeah.
nowadays. I mean, they close at like 2.
that bums me out. I don't even want to talk about that anymore. That really breaks my heart.
What else we got? Talk of the town.
So anyway, a bummer for them, but
But yeah, polar vortex was up north. People, relax.
$200,000 to $400,000 in damages estimated by the
Wow.
fire department.
Wow.
Well, luckily, like the mugging victim, nobody was hurt.
Yes,
so that's
and they
the
probably
good
had
news.
insurance. Hopefully.
So why don't you tell us what happened with this mugging victim? And remember, 2 weeks ago we talked about a mugging on the Key that happened behind the Ibis, the Keyhole, behind that shopping center.
Tumbao,
Tumbao.
Tumbos, whatever you want to call it.
The guy was walking towards 7-Eleven through Fernwood, and he got mugged, and the guys took his Rolex in the dark. It's really dark back there. We talked about it on the show. We weren't sure what we thought. It was somewhat fishy, but we gave the benefit of the doubt. But now we have an update.
Yeah. So I went to this talk, and Chief Press actually was talking about it, and it really happened. It really did happen, and they know who it is, and they have the persons on the run. So, and the backstory is just like the kids that were at Club 11 and were targeted for their Rolexes. The same thing happened with this guy. He was at Club 11 and he was targeted for his Rolex.
Oh, what?
Yep. So same thing.
We mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Well,
But we thought that was one of the
mentioned-
theories. We're like, oh, wait. Maybe
we
it's
mentioned that he
11
was coming
again.
from Club 11 and
Yeah.
that it's it's a similar story.
So if you go to Club 11, just don't wear your Rolex.
I
Keep
mean-
it home.
To wear,
Let's just do that.
Over $10,000
11 without it.
to have over $10,000 on your wrist
It's crazy town.
after midnight in a club that allows, like, I don't know how many people fit in there.
Hookers?
A lot.
Thousands, yeah. That has a bunch of
Oh, you
hookers
mean
in
people?
and stuff like that. You know, it's I don't know. You gotta. I guess Miami's safe, but there's places.
Miami's safe.
Yeah, Miami's safe.
I'm joking. Miami's pretty safe, but there are, dude.
If you got $10,000+ on your on your wrist,
You're a target.
and you're going to places that are kind of shady.
I was gonna say that neighborhood is not safe. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, in general, Miami is safe, but like you walk one block in the wrong direction, it's not safe. Especially there, it's not. You know that.
Not with a Rolex on.
No, not with anything, dude. You walk 2 blocks west of 11.
I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more incidences, not only happening with that coming to Key Biscayne, but I guarantee if you look Coral Gables, I'm sure they just follow them and then rob them either in their driveway, or waited for him to be drunk enough to go. Whatever.
Thing is that how would they know that he was going to, like he wasn't going home? Would they have followed him to his house and jumped him as he pulled out of his car?
They would have, I think.
Those people,
or if he lives in a condominium,
right?
He goes
condominium. I think you're safer. Right. You go in a closed thing, and the other can't get in.
How did the mugger know? Like they came all the way in the key to get Rolex. Right. There's something weird about it. Still,
it's 10, 17. I have a friend who has a $39,000 Rolex that he wears on his wrist. I'm like, that's a semester of Lauren school. Really? I'm like, it's crazy. So
don't go to 11 or other shadier places with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, just go there with like just a credit card, no cash, nothing, and wear flip flops and look like shit.
Yeah, exactly.
In your Prius.
Yeah, in your Prius. Exactly. Don't brush your teeth.
So I guess we'll see what happens. I don't know what that means. That Chief Press says he's got him on the run. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. That was a little
on the run.
Go get him.
Yeah, exactly. Run to where?
He was talking about they have the new detective here who's apparently solved 4 really big cases here on the Key, and this detective, I forgot his name, and I wish I would remember, but that he's an amazing detective, and that this detective found it. He's the one who figured it out, and this guy knows that we're looking for him. So that's what it is.
Officer Rolex.
No, it's Columbo. Okay. What else is going on about town? Okay, I want to hear about this. The shaving cream break-in.
What shaving cream break-in?
Yeah. This came up on the chat waves.
Chats.
Oh, I've been on
different section of the show.
And just so obviously so the listeners know, anything that comes up on the chats is fair game, I think, for us to chat about, right?
Yeah, of course, it's the chat section.
So my phone blew up. One of my chats blew up with like 10 screenshots of what was happening on the 411. The 411, for those of you that don't know, is the chat in Key Biscayne.
Yeah.
It's the only one, I think, with a waiting list.
There
I still can't get in.
Still can't get in.
I can't get in.
Right.
Someone just got in.
I'm going to try right now.
Someone just got in?
The other day I saw someone's, on it says, oh my God, so-and-so is new at the chat. I'm like, what? There was a thing?
Well, okay. Well,
Rob,
that's news on its own. But sticking to the incident, apparently someone posted on there that some teenagers had been shaving creaming homes on the Key.
Wow.
And they ended up at her house, in her house.
Inside?
Tied up the dog.
Shut up. What?
It's on the chat, Lenny.
Oh my! I haven't been. I've been
Lenny,
too busy
you're
right now.
our source for these chats.
I know.
We depend on you.
Yeah,
I know,
we're
but
depending on you. I had to hear it from 6 other people.
Thank God, I was busy last week. I guess.
Right. So it didn't come through at the club.
That's crazy.
But that's all right. So they tied up the dog. They rummaged through, or they were on this. They didn't say rummaged. It was through the 2nd and 3rd floor of the house.
Do they have video footage?
And it was stated that the police have been notified. They're filing a report, and they're currently going through the video cameras in the house.
Oh, good.
So they're going to find out who it is.
Oh, wow.
If any of you,
you should go out there and say it's you before you get in trouble.
So the first thing, when I read that, what do you think? The first thing I do is
call your family and see where they are. Just kidding.
Close. I'm like,
I'm just kidding.
I call my kids. I'm like, hey, listen.
Where have you been?
Yeah. Where were you last night? Do you know anything about Dad? I don't know anything about that. My son was with a friend of his whose dad was calling him at the same time. And so they're like, we don't know anything about it. I go, listen, if you hear about it or know anything about it, just don't even say anything. Don't copy any text. Don't communicate. You stay out of it. Just stay out
Yeah.
of it.
Right, of course.
There's, the shut the cup.
Yeah, of
kind of
course.
thing, right?
Yeah.
So that was good. And then I was talking to somebody about it, and I go, I'm going to call what's going to happen here. This is going out on the 411 plus, like, and every like third cousin of the 411 chat. Every chat was getting this. Somebody's
how I
gonna,
missed it,
and
honestly.
everybody probably did the same thing. Call their kids, and with the very not so subtle, it was recorded on video, and we're gonna know who it is.
Yeah.
I believe that somebody's going to send a sidebar to the victim and say, "Look, I'm sorry," whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Sure enough, 3 hours later.
3 hours. That's all.
3 hours later.
Wow.
The victim sent an update on the chat. Look, we're sorry for alarming everybody, and these people are spectacular people.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, no one deserves this, but these people are incredible people. And sorry for alarming everybody. The parents called me.
Oh.
They apologized.
Ooh.
And what it was some close friends of our kids who were trying to prank them.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's
Okay, but going in. The dog. Number one,
tying up
the
the
dog
dog,
is not
yeah.
cool, and number two, going in someone's house.
Yeah.
The shaving cream, whatever. Who cares? Not a big deal. But
What time did it happen at? Overnight?
I don't know. The report came in at 1 in the afternoon, so it must have been
not
overnight.
to mention that it's dangerous, kids. This is Florida. and people are armed, man. Someone's in your house.
So the on the chat, the person when they put it out, they were like, "You better explain to your kids that that's trespassing,
Yeah.
and you can get shot."
Of
for
course,
that."
dude. I mean, I don't have a gun, but people do.
stand your
Yeah.
ground.
You go to someone's house, in their house.
That's a scary, and that's just wrong to do, you guys. I mean, I don't mind pranking people. I think it's fun, but I think that went a little too far.
Well, I heard that there was some residual chat action about people really, I don't care. You should still file a report.
Oh,
You're
wow.
being
No,
too
they said
nice.
sorry,
this
nothing
and that.
happened.
And it's like everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah,
right?
no harm.
And,
Yeah, no harm done. But
and I'm sure a lot of those people that were casting those stones, have their issues or
Right.
have faced challenges as well, or
Right.
will in the future. So,
well, I'm glad they found out who it was, and you know what? Just lesson learned.
hey,
I mean,
and listen,
I think so too. There's no need.
like the mugging victim, luckily, and the fire victim, nobody was hurt.
exactly. All ended well, thank
The
God.
dog was fine.
Dog seemed fine, and he was full.
has no trauma.
He apparently had a big. They brought an entraña for the dog. And they crushed it.
That's funny.
Put a big T-bone steak over as a gift.
Yeah. What else
That's
happening
hilarious.
around town?
Kids make bad decisions.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
Anyway.
I'll
Seriously.
tell you a bad decision. My brother and his friends. It was a little more innocuous, but a little worse at the same time. Back in the early 90s sometime, there was a house like 2 doors down from ours, and nobody lived there, and it was always empty, and it was just a house, okay? Just somebody's house, never
On
rented.
Heather, because it wasn't where
Yeah,
I lived 2 doors down from you.
It was on Heather,
Okay.
yeah. And so him and his friends, they must be like 7 or 8 years old. They find out that the front door's open. They go inside, and they, for like a week or longer, they use the place as their own like hangout spot.
place. Oh,
they
my
write
God.
all over the walls.
Oh,
They-
shit.
Yeah, 7 or 8. They write
Oh, my
all over
God.
the walls. They like break drywall, all this stuff.
Oh my
like-
gosh, they trashed the place.
Yeah, and
my
they thought it was. His excuse was we thought it was like an abandoned house
Like a
or something.
teardown.
They didn't know, you know.
Oh, my
And,
gosh.
Yeah, that was.
He's like, yeah, we were just practicing to be meth heads.
Basically.
And that was your brother?
yeah, my
Oh,
brother
dear God.
and 2 of his friends.
Ooh,
Wow.
What happened to them?
And I forgot how they got caught because I don't think anybody caught them in person. So it was kind of like an honesty thing. Somebody reported something or something,
Oh,
and if they would
man.
have stayed, if they would have kept their mouth shut, I don't think they would have gotten caught.
Wow.
But they did get caught eventually. So.
Fingerprints. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right, that's great.
Yeah, so
Oh man.
breaking into houses, it's a real key rat thing.
Yeah, but don't do it.
We used to do it, but when it was like our friend's dad's construction that they were gonna. We didn't tell the dad, but we would go every time he had a house that he was about to tear down.
Oh,
I'd
yeah?
be there for weeks. I won't say who.
Oh,
It was
that's
fun. Do you remember?
no, I never did that.
No?
No.
Oh, it was so fun.
But you know, like that's
many
different. You're
houses
not really breaking it if you
no,
know
yeah.
it's going to be demolished.
Yeah, when he was
Because
going to be demolished or renovated or whatever. And, yeah.
When we were kids, we were going into houses that were under construction.
Oh, same.
Yes.
That too.
Yep.
there wasn't.
was one in Mazda. I was going to say Mazda, but everybody corrects me. That was under construction. I don't know if they ran out of money, but it was under construction for years. And we used to hang out.
Oh, the one in the water there?
Yeah.
Still is under construction.
Hang out all the time.
Yeah, the
Next to TJ's.
Yep, exactly.
It was so good.
Back before there was fences on construction sites.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It was all open.
Yeah, you could just walk
Open to
right
the
in.
public.
Bike over and hang out all the time.
Yeah, it's great.
All right.
Okay. Let's see what else. Okay, remember a couple weeks ago, probably like 2 weeks ago, maybe a little more, I talked to you guys about our buddy Danny DB, and he had an idea for the entrance block. He said, why don't we do something like the Wynwood Yard, which is like put a kind of temporary pop-up thing to activate this space.
I remember when you guys talked about that. I was in Boston, so I'm excited to hear.
So he reached out to the owners of the entrance block and he gave them this proposal. He was like, why don't you guys look into this? He wasn't the guy to do it. He wasn't like proposing that he be involved in the project or anything like that. And they got back to him and they told him, thanks for the idea.
Hell no. I'm just kidding.
And have a great day.
Yeah, see you later.
Thanks, but no thanks.
They didn't say no thanks, but they just said, great idea. That's it, you know. So
Whack.
honestly, I bet if you came to them with the proposal that you were going to run it, because I don't think they want to be the people who administer the site. They just want to.
Dude, they're building a like multi-billion-dollar complex in Ocean Reef right now. You know,
They're busy.
and that lot right there is sitting there, you know, holding cars. They're probably getting rent for people can store stuff there. And
It would be just nice to make it.
and it's for sale.
And like assign someone as the whatever.
The city would never put a bar or restaurants, though.
No.
I mean, they did it at the rec center. There's a restaurant,
Little cafe.
Yeah, a little cafe that it's owned by the city. You know,
But it's
they
for
rent it
sale.
out.
The village should buy it.
They
But
should buy
the
that
front,
and
the entrance block.
Yes.
Yeah.
and the Oasis.
But
And the Oasis.
so when Danny proposes to these people, they probably don't. They don't. They're landlords. They're not
Right.
the people who put up the business. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think it may be you'd have to find somebody who wants to rent it from them to do that.
To do
kind of
that with
plan.
the idea.
True. So
Yeah.
to rent
Yeah.
I think it would need too much of a makeover based on the condition that it's in right now to be something.
Really?
Yeah,
There's
it's
not
like
that
a dirt
much.
lot. It's a dirt rock lot.
Put some more mulch in
Put
there
some of that
and call
white-
it a day.
That
Rock.
white rocks that they have like over there in Wynwood Yard. It's just those white
Yeah,
rocks
exactly.
that that you
you're
can
ready to
walk in
go.
heels with. So I don't wear heels to Wynwood.
And some cheap AstroTurf. Like that's
Yeah.
what they have there. Like the rollout AstroTurf. You know, and that's it. Beautiful.
I don't think it's Key Biscayner's would be that into it.
Dude, you put up those string lights, and you have a little tiki hut in the middle.
It'd be perfect for when the dispensary opens up here. We can all smoke pot over there.
Go hang out.
Okay, so that happened also about a week and a half ago. The council voted on first reading to allow dispensaries to open in the same places that would allow pharmacies to be in, which is a lot of places. You can pretty much put a
Right.
pharmacy anywhere. And I think it went 4-3 or something like that. And some people have been vocal in the paper this week that it's like the end of the world.
Yeah.
This is going to, you know.
Their argument against
I just
Oh, it's the same old argument. Like weed is
the gateway.
Yeah, reefer basically.
the gateway to the next thing.
Yeah.
right.
My problem is, why would anyone want to open a dispensary here on the Key when the rent is $1 billion? It's ridiculous. I think it's a bad business for the poor person who wants to do it. Open it right off the Key there on Calle Ocho next to like Ball and Chain and that whole area. And it's great. And you'll make more money. And it's centralized and people from downtown and Key Biscayne. And, you know, it's a perfect, I think here it's a little ridiculous.
I wonder if if some entrepreneur was like, this is a good spot because if you put a medical place off the Key, all the people who smoke weed on the Key are just buying it off whoever they buy it off, right? If they want medical or anything like that, and they see that there's a dispensary on the Key, they might be more inclined to get that prescription than if there's just no place
Right.
anywhere. Because it's going to be like real easy to go to this shop. You never have to call
It's
your
right
guy
there.
ever again.
And be sketchy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's legal.
So I could see that. But I don't see is some of these things of like, the kids are going to get it. I don't think the kids are going to get it.
No.
Kids are gonna get it anyway. From the sketchy guy. It's a bad situation.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I don't
You
thi-
want your daughter driving off the key, going to a sketchy ass neighborhood, going into an apartment of a man.
but that's
sells
going to
weed.
happen anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So make it,
Kids aren't going to be buying at
No,
a
but-
dispensary.
No, they're
Yeah,
not.
they're not.
maybe an 18-year-old is.
I don't even
I
think
don't
so
know.
because
Fine, your 22-year-old daughter.
I don't
I'm
thi-
sorry. I'm just saying.
look right now.
Like, as a 20-something-year-old, I'm not a 20-something-year-old.
I know a lot of people who smoke weed on this island. I'm not one of them, but I know a lot of people who do, and nobody's gotten their medical prescription
Yeah.
yet. Nobody,
Yeah, that's
and they
true.
don't go to Wynwood to that dispensary to go buy.
No.
Nobody does it.
There's a dispensary in Wynwood?
Yeah, there is. There's one in Pinecrest. There's one
Yeah.
on Sunset in South Miami. It's starting to happen.
But
It's happening.
But I
Is
do.
it more
But I
expensive? Why don't people go?
because it's a
it's-
hassle.
You have to. It's a no. It's not
You got to pay
recreational. it's medicinal.
$300 to get the card from
Doctor.
a doctor, which my friend just did it, and she went through the whole process, and she told me all about it. She said that he took her blood pressure, checked her heart, and he's like, "Okay, you get the card."
Yeah.
Basically, it was just that. $300.
No, in California, it's
Oh,
recreational.
that's right. It's
Now it is.
But now it is. But when it wasn't,
It was easy to get the card
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we have a friend, I think, that has the card, and he doesn't smoke pot,
He's like, who?
And do they
We can't
sell?
say names here.
Do they sell like the flower bud at these places, or just the
No,
vaporizer
bud
stuff?
and the oils,
The oils,
and
yeah.
the gummies and anything like that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Governor DeSantis just made it so that you could buy the buds because you couldn't before, and
Right.
they kind of fast
DeSantis
tracked.
doing stuff.
Yeah, he's
I like him.
doing a lot.
He
of good
did
stuff.
something for the Everglades too. He
Yeah,
did a-
I really like him.
I think.
Yep.
He turned out all right, even after that crazy ad with the wall and the kids. That was weird. Anyway,
I don't even remember that ad, but whatever.
Saying the stuff about do you want your daughter, just because if their argument's pretty ridiculous. The kids are. I agree. The kids aren't going to go.
Yeah.
It's that crazy art. You know what I mean?
it's
like
that
a crazy,
same old
gonna
people
happen or
mentality
not. I don't know. Yeah.
of it's coming to get your kids. When I know adults who buy off teenagers on this island.
Oh, jeez.
Of course.
From adult teenagers. I don't know any adults who buy off minors, but I do know adults who buy off people that are 19. I know
I don't want to. I don't
I
know.
know
what you're
that-
Just kidding.
that-
that sounds awful. That's scary.
in the end, you buy from the guy who has. So whatever. So, like, if you have this medical thing, you need a prescription. The kids aren't going to get prescriptions.
Yeah.
you
It's
know?
never going to happen here either
I don't.
way.
I
On
don't
the
think it's
key,
going to
it'll
happen
never
here either. I think it's a
Really?
dumb
No.
business move.
Look at Key Pharmacy. Do you think they would make more money being a dispensary than being a pharmacy?
Oh wait, is this the people with the new pharmacy want to do the?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on?
Lenny,
That was very
Lenny,
good.
keep it down. You're
Sitting
gonna.
in
The
front.
chats are gonna fire up
I
here in
know,
a
it's
Key
second.
Pharmacy has CBD oil right now.
Which is great. I love CBD oil.
Everybody loves
I don't know. I
CBD oil.
haven't done
Everybody says it
anything
like
about it.
it seems a little holistic to me, but whatever.
It's the marijuana
massage?
benefits without the THC,
Oh.
so you don't get high.
Yeah.
So what are the benefits?
Where?
It's anti-inflammatory. It helps you sleep. It actually has a lot of benefits. I know a lot of people who do that.
Forget stuff.
No,
Get hungry.
it actually is very. It works.
I just think, who cares? Let the people decide. I mean, it's just like, don't fight against it, man.
I know.
Don't
That's
waste your time. Fight against the people mugging your Rolex at 11, bro.
Yes, I agree.
Let the people.
Let's talk about getting Oasis up and running and figure that place out.
We're done with the Oasis here. The Oasis on Key
It's
Biscayne
over.
is
It's
over.
gone forever.
Yeah, it's over.
Que
It's
pena.
Gone.
They've jumped the shark there. That thing is
I haven't
over.
been there in
There will
forever.
never be Oasis again
Que
here.
pena.
Damn, I agree with you.
Yeah, it's too bad, but it is
All right.
what it is.
all right. Well,
Is
let's.
Lalo still there?
I don't know.
Oh, whatever.
I think he is. Okay, let's move on. There was also this shark attack thing that came out in the news, but it was not really on the Key. They just said It was off Key Biscayne. It wasn't a Key Biscayner. It was a guy fishing. Got bit by a shark on his
No,
hand.
didn't you read the story I sent you from a witness?
We got eyewitness.
Yeah, I sent it on the chat. You didn't read it?
No.
We've been really
What, the
slacking
thing
on the
about
chat.
the kid who was fishing, and then the dad goes to beat off the shark,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Who cares? It wasn't on the key. It could have happened anywhere.
It was offshore, and he was fishing. Is that what happened?
I thought he was diving, right? They were in the water, and the shark came to the little girl, and he put his hand out there to block the shark, and he got bit in the hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a dentist from off the key.
Yeah, nothing about it was Key Biscayne, except that if you looked on a map and you drew a line way out into the ocean from the key, he was around there.
It was
Right.
a little over.
No,
since
and he was brought into Key Biscayne. That's
Yeah.
where they took care of him at No Name Harbor.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So that's why.
That's probably why.
You know,
It's just the way it was in the paper. It was so sensationalized, shark attack in Key
right.
Biscayne.
Picture of a guy in a stretcher.
Yeah, and then it was right after.
He had to have surgery
Key
on his hand. I
Biscayne.
mean, it was serious. It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Well, and it was right after the Key Biscayne beaches closed because of this, and it's just negative. Key Biscayne, no me gusta.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Key Biscayne beaches closing.
Yeah, I don't. It closed, and then the next day it was open. It was very.
Yeah, I just checked the
Sketchy.
swim report right now. There's an app called a Swim Guide. We've talked about it here on the show before. And it's powered by Miami Waterkeeper.
And what does it say for now?
And it says everything's all green except for Crandon Park North and Key Biscayne Beach, but I don't think that's right because Crandon Park South green, Nature Center green, Yacht Club green, Beach Club green.
Maybe it's Dog
Virginia
Beach?
Key Beach green, Cape Florida Park clean, Dog Beach clean.
Huh.
So
Yeah.
Well, it was dirty for a day there, and there was a little bit of alarm. Is it coming back? Is it not? I went in the water yesterday. It was beautiful.
yeah, the green
So
chats
it was beautiful in today.
the green chat lit up actually, Rafa,
About
about that and also about the power outages that were happening here
Oh,
on the
yeah.
Key. That was a big thing on the chats,
That
on
was
the
a
chat
big
waves.
I did see that too.
Apparently there were power outages in different regions of the island. And, some people are very vocal about it.
Yeah.
And you can see how they kind of play off each other. It's almost like there's little sidebars happening and say, okay, you say this and then I'll say that. And then
Bury
and
the power lines is
and
what
then it got into bury the power line, and then
Yeah.
somebody's raised their hand and they're like, well, wait a second, what about this, the sewage on the beach? And well, that's not, is that more important or what's more important? And all these things going on, and people were back and forth, and my phone almost exploded. I mean,
I did see that. That for some reason I read that somewhere.
35 messages here, and I haven't looked at my phone in 20 minutes. 35
wow.
messages on that chat, and I don't really want to leave the green chat. I know I'm going to know everything that's happening because of
Let me check
you guys
mine.
and
Let
everybody
me
else.
check mine.
But
That's hilarious.
yeah, so it kind of quieted down. Rafa chimed in on it a little bit with some levity.
Are you in the?
Oh no.
That
Oh
was
no,
in the
it wasn't the green chat. I'm sorry. It was
Yeah.
the mayor and council chat.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
What did
Sorry,
you
it wasn't
say?
the green chat. It was the mayor and council chat. I'm like,
Yes.
what the fuck am I even doing on this one still? that was from the election. So
I know. I thought the same thing. I'm like, why is this popping up again?
yeah, so I'm leaving that one. I just didn't want to leave it right at that moment because there's a lot of drama when there's all this stuff going on and then someone leaves a chat.
Yeah, they're like, why did Manny leave?
Yeah, so I'm going to leave that one right now.
That's so funny. Well,
Don't leave.
Make sure to monitor that one for us, Rafa.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Mayor
Rafa
and
is in it.
council.
We're good.
yeah, I'm in that one.
and you
Good,
commented
good.
something. What did you comment on that? I saw that. I can't remember.
Boring politics stuff. I don't
Yeah,
wanna
okay,
talk
that's
Okay.
right. We can't talk
Boo.
politics right now.
Boring.
Boring.
Okay, let's move on to. Is there anything open or close over the past week?
Yeah, there was. What's the opening that you just mentioned?
That one opened before.
Delino
Fresh?
Yeah, we talked
Yeah,
about that one.
we talked
Oh,
about
we
it
did?
before.
We
Okay.
did not talk about one thing, though, that
What?
I was upset with. Wait, I should just have an Anna's rants about restaurants section. We've had a rant about Kazumi before, but I really just do I like the food there. So
Me
I keep
too.
going back. But guys, I got
It's
there on
expensive.
Friday night. It is expensive. Got there Friday night at 8. I wanted a table outside. He's like, first of all, the guy didn't come to talk to me for a good 7 minutes, I'd say, with his little iPad. One of the other waiters was like, oh, wait for that guy. And I'm like, okay, I'll wait for that guy. The guy comes to me. He doesn't look at me in the face. He just keeps swiping on his iPad. I'm thinking he's looking for a table for me, right?
Right.
Like the other waiter told him. The guy's swiping on his iPad for like, I don't know, 35 seconds, which is a long time when you're staring.
When you're standing there.
When you're standing there. Looks up at me and goes, "Okay."
Oh, no.
I was like, "What?" No, like, "Oh, welcome. Sorry. Do you need a table? What?"
Wow.
No. He said, "Okay."
That's not nice.
And I was like, "What?" I like wanted to blow up, but I also really wanted a Wagyu burger, so I stayed. But I just want to say for all the listeners out there, that Kazumi is really bad to their clients.
That's happened to Tom and I.
That's really bad.
It's not just a one-off.
No, it's happened to our friend Nick's and his
it's happened to Tom and I
to the point where they had to leave because they were like, "We can't."
They're like, "Do you have a reservation?" And there's like 20 tables open.
Oh, that's another thing. So
I'm like, "Hello." They're like, "Well, we got to wait for the reservation." I'm like, "Just."
That's another thing.
We'll be quick.
I ended up going inside.
Be like, "I'm with Rat Radio,
I'm with
baby."
Rat Radio, man. You're gonna
Let me
get
in.
blown up on the radio. Happily, I'll say it because it's crap. And then, I mean, that's fine. He didn't have the table. I sat inside. That's fine. But then when I left, all those tables were still empty. So
Right.
they're just bad at their reservations.
Yeah.
But that's not my problem. My problem is the guy looks at me and says, "K."
Right,
Not,
right.
"How can I help
Terrible
you?"
customer service. That's not
like,
right.
Horrific.
Yeah, no bueno.
Horrific. I can't.
I wonder if the trick is to just treat them like they treat you and just be
Yeah, but
done
that's
with the
not in me,
expectation
so-
of good service and just be like to them, hey,
Say,
come here, sit me down.
"Okay."
Kid. I could not believe it after waiting for him and then the stupid iPad and he didn't look at me and then he looks up and says, "Kim." I wanted to be like,
That's
"Fuck
rude."
you." It was really rude.
Very
and
rude.
then Delito Fresh, I went and I sat down outside and the girl came over and filled up my waters. Didn't say, "Hi, welcome," whatever. And the waitress took so long to come out that I left.
I haven't been there yet. I was going to go today.
I left.
I walked out
I
of-
pulled a Manny. What was where that?
Secreto. I walked out of
Secreto.
there, yeah.
Did you really?
I
I've
did
been
the
there
same thing. I
either.
pulled a Manny because the girl took so long to come outside that I was just like, "What am I doing?"
What are
here?
these?
Yeah, I did.
Like,
I
bye.
secreted myself right out of Secreto.
I've yet to go there. I haven't been there. I haven't been to the new pizza place. I haven't been to the nature
Well,
place.
you better hurry up because it'll
It's
soon
gonna
be on
go.
openings and closings.
I know. Oh, I know something that closed. I do know something that
what
closed.
closed?
Bianco's ice cream.
It did. I
It
just
closed.
passed by there today. It closed,
And that's good ice cream, but it was so expensive.
Was that at the
too.
square? Or
it was next to Puntino in
the corner.
in the corner there. Where New York Pizza. It was next to New York Pizza.
oh,
So
Right.
there's no room
Yeah.
for two ice cream
And they
shops
in the
that
same
place.
shopping mall.
Yeah. I'm surprised
And
they even allow it.
It was,
Have to.
that's a good ice cream, though. And they have it in
Good ice
Coconut
cream.
Grove. It's so good.
They sell it at Golden Hog. They
oh,
do.
you know what? Back to the dispensary. They should call it, if they do open one, they should call it the 5 and Dime Bag Store.
I like it. Manny, let's open one. You and I.
The
let's
Nickel
open
and
it up.
Dime Bag Store.
I love it. Nickel and dime back
Funny.
store.
Good
You better
call.
patent that name right now.
Who else?
All right.
Wait, I feel like something else opened or closed. Hold on. I was just biking and seeing things happening on the key.
Well, if you
Oh,
remember.
well, Bertoni changed the name.
Yeah, Bertoni changed their name because I think they don't want to pay the franchise fees. That's
I
my
heard
best
it wasn't.
guess.
I asked around, and I
What?
heard it was something else. It wasn't paying the franchise. It was the person went bankrupt or some shit like that.
Oh, and they
Yeah,
just
I think so.
gave it to
And
somebody else.
by the way, La Scala's open.
I
If
was
you haven't
just
been
about
there
to-
lately, go.
Manny, you
It's really
just
good.
read my mind. I was going to throw a shout out to La Scala, the best hidden gem
Yeah.
of Key Biscayne. It's like hometown Italian cooking and the best atmosphere.
The best atmosphere.
Yeah.
It was the best atmosphere.
Gotta
Yeah.
go back soon. I haven't been in.
I always feel like I'm in that scene from The Godfather
Me
when
too, I
Michael's
love it.
there with the cop, and he's like, they're talking business and they're justifying why his dad got shot, and he says, "I got to use the bathroom," and the guy's like, the cop's like, he's like, "It's all right, I patted him down." He goes back to the bathroom and that's
And that's it. It's all over.
yeah.
Shoot
he
out?
gets a gun, then he
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
blasts his way out of there, drops
Yeah.
the gun. Dun, dun, dun. All right, what else we got?
We got calendar. I got a little announcement to make. The initializing
Oh, geez.
for having that Chicken Liquor concert again out on the Gypsy.
The seed has been planted today.
I'm so
Chicken
excited.
Liquor
That's a
reached
better way
out
to
to
put
us. The seed has been planted. The mangrove seed has been planted. Chicken Liquor reached out to us. If any of you were at that show that we had at the Gypsy,
It was amazing.
probably about 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
So this band, good friends of ours, they played on the back of this boat, and we took everybody out there, and it was a great time. We are trying to make it happen again. Don't really have a date for you yet, but it's in the talks, so that's nice to be able to announce.
Yeah, so we're going to think about a date maybe in May. We're looking at it. So
Love it. I'm so excited.
Also this week,
Yeah, send them May, please.
not here in the Keys specifically, but in Miami, starting tomorrow through Saturday, it's the International Noise Conference at
my.
Churchill's. Free to go. Hundreds of bands, 15-minute sets, all noise. I'm going to go on Thursday and probably Friday.
That sounds actually interesting.
So if you want to come with,
You should go.
let me know.
What if you like it?
It's
I might go.
insane.
yeah, I mean, it sounds interesting when you put it that way. Also,
It's a little more tame the last couple times I've been, but I'm hoping that because it's been that way, now it comes back
I'll go with
with
you.
a vengeance.
I'll go one day.
also for the calendar, February 20th through 24th, just announced
Yes,
yesterday.
I'm so excited. I'm so
Grassroots
excited.
Music Festival is coming back to historic Virginia Key Beach Park.
The whole festival?
The whole festival
And
is coming back. All the bands will play on the premise. It won't be scattered through Wynwood
Down
and
in the
different parts of town.
Buffalo.
Yes.
Everybody's playing there.
Yes.
And it's
And the price is right.
free.
What?
It's you don't even have to ask for the
free
key ride
99?
discount. It's free.
It's
This is Bill
$3.99?
Stevens special.
It's free 99. Yeah,
Wait,
that's right.
Free.
is it one night?
It's
4 nights.
Oh, it's
What?
4
Why is it
nights?
free?
Yes.
You can-
What?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I shouldn't question it, but why is
Dawn of the Buffalo,
She's-
Zydeco, this
Yeah.
and that. I mean, the whole lineup was
I'm
there.
so excited.
I'm sure somebody underwrote it. Somebody was like, you know what? We need to get back to what it was before.
Yeah.
Let's go do it again.
Let's bring it back.
And it has to be free because it's 2 weeks out and they haven't even started selling tickets, right? So
right.
they're like, you know what? We have to just do it.
We will buy the beer there, and yeah.
Yeah, there's a great concession there. Food, the food was one of the better things
Yeah.
there. It's all
I think
homemade.
camping,
They travel with the
camping. You pay for camping.
You pay for camping and parking.
So I think they're going to get a lot of campers.
Yeah.
Like
Freebie, take us all the way there.
I take the B bus. You people, what's wrong with you? We take the B.
right.
There you go.
We take the B bus, and I love the B bus.
All right. So what are the
February 20 to 24.
awesome?
Yeah.
That's so
I
good.
saw you posted it, but I didn't know it was the whole.
It's all
shebang.
happening there.
Yeah.
I went through on the Facebook post that they put up,
That's awesome.
and I read the comments, and I was like, "Are you going to have them in Wynwood?" Nope, everything is on
Awesome.
site.
Tom, happy anniversary!
Awesome.
It's our anniversary weekend. It's perfect.
Ground
that's right.
Up is this weekend, I think. Ground Up Music Festival, the jazz.
Yep.
Listen, I've never gone. I don't know why. I think it was a mistake. But our good friend of the show, Caro, has gone a few years in a row, and she says it's like one of the best, kind of more quiet festivals, and the music is
Where is that?
amazing. I think it's during the day. It's at the North Beach Bandshell, and at night they call them late night sessions. You could buy just tickets for late night. It's at 2 different hotels nearby.
But the headliners are at the bandshell.
Yeah,
Right.
But during the day, but then I think they all play
Again?
Yeah, they play like late night sets, and maybe it's not right there, but in Miami Beach, yeah, right there.
It's
Kind
a
of.
small
Yeah,
festival.
It's a small
It's a
festival.
small thing, but
Cool.
it's all
But I
jazz.
heard
and
it's awesome.
And it's all jazz.
Yeah,
What's the date again? I'm sorry, I missed
contemporary
it.
jazz, like-
It's this weekend.
You
It's
guys.
Friday to
weekend.
Sunday.
Oh,
Or
it's
Friday
this
and
weekend?
Saturday. Friday and Saturday.
Friday, Saturday.
Can you put it on my chat so I can remember, please? I'm just kidding.
And
I know you didn't read it this week.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on this weekend, but I got the best one for you guys.
Oh,
So you know how like
nice.
old people do everything a little earlier, a little whatever.
The Blue Hair Special.
What,
So the
what are you
Ass Club-
what are you calling Manny and I? What does
The
that mean?
Ass Club is having their Valentine's Day dance. I don't know if it's a dance, but there's some kind of party
Where?
on February 8th, this Friday, from
Oh, it's
5:30
early. Is that why
to 7:30. Yes, the week
Oh,
before
no.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, no.
They're getting ahead of the curve, and they're starting at 5:30.
Nope.
In the rec center, there's gonna be food, drinks, a magician.
Aw.
Snap.
Is it a kid party?
It's no what?
What, a musician?
No, it's like an X-rated music magician.
It's a
You know?
Valentine's party. Okay.
Okay,
You can
but-
go meet.
Musician?
It's the swingers part of the Ass Club.
That part is your
alright?
class.
Also speaking of Valentine's Day, there is the Loving the Lighthouse event on February 9th. That's Saturday night at the Lighthouse. It's another party at the Lighthouse. This one is just, they're asking you $10 donation at the door if you want.
But you can
It's
go up to
optional.
the lighthouse.
But
and
yeah, you can go check
take
out the
your
lighthouse.
Special loved one.
Right,
Nice.
there'll be food for purchase.
I think that's really nice.
And yeah, Saturday night.
I think that's very nice.
Romantic.
Romantic. Now, let's go back to the magician thing. Are you gonna go? Are you gonna be dressed as your clown self? Are you going, Rafa? Because if you go,
Yeah, I'm here for the show.
I'm thinking about it.
well, let me know. I'll go if you go as clown.
Dude, if you go as clown, we're going to have to do a podcast from there.
Yes.
It's going to be great.
Friday, 5:30 to 7:30. I mean, you can go there and then still go to any of these other things that we
Right,
talked
it's
about.
early.
So it's perfect. And you'll leave with a girlfriend. You'll be
Cool.
totally
choice.
set. Exactly.
But you better leave early.
I love
And
it.
Going on this weekend.
Yeah, a lot of things. And then March 15th through 17th, I mentioned this another time, but Key Biscayne Car Week. Emerson Fittipaldi, the classic cars, the F1, all that stuff in the village. I'm kind of pumped. I like cars.
That's gonna be cool.
Also
like
on
racing.
Saturday, February 9th, for all of you parents of Little Leaguers out there, I'm going to be having a baseball clinic at the elementary school, spring training in anticipation of the Little League program coming up. So February 9th from 10 to 12. It's also, just like the Grassroots Music Festival, free.
Love it.
Nice. And finally, something that I should have mentioned a long time ago because it already started, but the Curat Ultimate Spring Tournament, or the Krusty Cup, is actually happening right now, which is the Frisbee tournament.
Oh, cool.
That we don't have our.
Well, Gannon's not here to announce it for
What
us.
was it? The captain? No,
The coveted? What?
no, not the captain.
The draft.
No, like his position. The captain. No.
Oh yeah, he would give us the reports
Yeah,
on
what was
on
his
the
name?
on
What
the
did they
air.
call him?
I don't remember.
The commissioner.
No, was it the commish?
Yeah,
the
the commish.
Oh,
We don't
funny.
have the commish on the show anymore.
To talk to us about
It
it.
says about the coveted crusty cup.
I'm
But if
sure
you like-
we'll solicit a report.
If you like
An
Frisbee, check them out on the Village Green on Sundays. They didn't play yesterday because of the Super Bowl, but they'll be out there next Sunday. Is that the Village Green or at Mast? One of the two, but they've been playing on the Village Green, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right, unless you guys have anything else, that's kind of what we got here.
I'm
Cool,
good.
thanks. I want to give a shout out to Pablo Sanchez, Pablo and Anna. Thanks for loaning us a mic tonight.
Yes.
Oh, the one I'm using?
Yep.
There's a red one?
And
Great.
we're gonna have to
I liked it.
take that one back. I'll ride my bike by now and drop it off on my way home.
And Lenny, thanks for having us.
Yes,
Of
thank you very
course.
much.
Anytime.
And all the
Great.
food,
Next week.
the
Perfect.
drinks.
This is the best.
Next week.
That's fine.
Anytime next week.
Rafa's balcony is still full of shit out there, so I could. So the floors are not done
I
yet.
don't want to talk about it.
All right. Let's wrap. Let's play us out, man.
All right. See you next week. You know, subscribe and all that stuff. And you guys have a good one.
Yeah. No one's listening. Show.